if you want to connect to internet, to access something from internet, so this is only a source, this is only an application where it will connect your system to internet, which is called a web browser. So like you have n number of web browsers which are there, which are there in the market, and which are there in the market. uh, these browsers, securing you these browsers are very very important. You also update these browsers on regular intervals. Otherwise there are so many vulnerable, there are so many issues we may face through browsers also. Now, because web browsers are very very critical, web browsers are very very important. When you are accessing the resources, see for example someone is asking me whether that URL is genuine or malicious, right? So to check that URL, this web browser is important. Okay, these things we will just see, right? There are some threats also there in these browsers. Many users have a tendency to click on the link without considering the risk of their action, right? For example, you are using a instant messaging platform, you will get good morning good night messages. Do you know like whether it is a genuine link or genuine message or not? In the images also we can write some scripts for viruses, and you can infect your device through that viruses. I'm not threatening you, I'm just informing you that is also possibility is there. So that is only the reason, like you have to be very very careful whenever something is coming, clicking and those things. Do you think in this world anything is free? Do you think anything is free in the world? Like people will offer you, you will be getting the air ticket free, dresses free. Amazon is offering on its anniversary. Flipkart is doing, Tata is doing, or Mother's Day, Women's Day, whatnot. So many things will come. So many messages will come. No one will give you it free. Nothing is free in this cyber world. If it is, if someone is telling like if it is a free, then you are become a product, then you are become a product. So please be careful. While if someone says like it is something is free, you can access or you can take away these things by clicking these forms, or filling the details, or filling the survey kind of thing. So please be careful on those things. And many users have a tendency, so this is what normally will happen, right? So for example, you have filed your returns, you got a mail saying like your income tax returns are filed. Okay, filed, but you also received some kind of refund. click on the link to Click on the link to submit the details. So that is the mail you will receive. What will you do? What will you do, sir and madam? You filed your returns, and you made after a few days you got a email stating that your income tax your income tax returns are verified, and we found like there is a refund. Okay, so to submit the details, please click here. What will you do? Will you click on that link or not? Check on the mail. You won't do it, sir, not open that link. No, what will you do immediately? I'm asking like what will you do? Will you click the link or not? Answer is simple, sir. Whether will you click the link or not? No, 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 no. Okay, check the link properly. Very good. We'll log into ITR. Very good. Excellent, excellent. Right, thank you so much. So okay, you as an income tax payer, you know that like if there are any refund, it will come to your bank account directly. You need not to do that, because you and me knows that, right? But in a general public, in a where the awareness is not there for anyone, like whether you and me also, everyone is a public only. So for any other unknown person, so it's immediately if something clicks, and they will immediately do it. And we are evident also so many cases which are coming out on regular basis. Web page addresses can be discussed, take you to an unexpected site if it is a malicious kind of thing. And now security vulnerabilities may have been discovered since the software was configured and packaged by the manufacturer. If it is a genuine plugins kind of thing, you can always detect and you can find out. Okay, computer systems and software packages may be bundled with additional software, which increase the number of vulnerabilities that may be attacked also, right? If it is unknown sources, if you are downloading from unknown sources, and if you don't if it all if you are downloading some softwares which is not providing any regular updates also, which is also dangerous. See, for example, you're downloaded some software which is not updated since from a long time, so which is also dangerous, right? Which is also dangerous. That will become a vulnerable, and through that some other people can log on to your system. You might have been heard, no, that WhatsApp was got hacked kind of thing. Why such kind of things will happen, right? If you are not updating the WhatsApp regularly, and if your operating system is not updated since from a long time, which is a older version, where this support where this application it won't support, right? So these are the scenarios where these attackers can attack on their particular systems easily. Okay. Third-party softwares may not have a mechanism for receiving the security updates. Okay, this is what I was mentioning about. Many updates, websites require the users enable certain features to install more software, putting them in an additional risk. They may ask you, for example, you wanted to open a file. You wanted to open a file which is not supporting your system. Then immediately what will you do? Something will suggest you download this plugin. Immediately it will allow you to open, right? You download the plugin is correct only. You can download the plugin, but ensure like whether it is a genuine plugin or not, whether the plugin is recommended by this XYZ company or not. So that is what is very, very important. If that plugin is suggested by your browser, you can download and you use it. If it is third party which is not suggested by your thing, you should not download. I'll show you that, like what is such kind of case will happen. Enable or disable functionality as required kind of thing. Okay, so this is plugins or applications intended to use in the browser. See, for example, many of the people might have been downloaded WebEx plugin to attend this training program, right? You are having a browser. It could be any browser, Mozilla or Edge or Fire or Google Chrome or whatever it is, any browser. See, these browsers normally it won't support for this WebEx to open it immediately. So it will ask you to download this plugin to open this link. That may be the difficulty. So most of you find this morning to join this session, right? So by default, these plugins it won't come along with the browser. So these are specified plugins for the specified softwares. See, for example, if you want to use this WebEx on your respective system, so the plugin should be there on your system. Otherwise, you cannot open that WebEx link. Okay, that is a specific. This is a specific software. To work this software, you need to have specific software on your system also. It is a simple example. Specific medicine for a specific device. Similarly, the plugins also like that only. It is a specific software to function properly in your computer or in that particular browser, right? So these plugins are essential. These plugins are also important to run these things, but ensure that is from a proper or legitimate source. Otherwise, there is always a danger. Plugins can contain a program flaws such as a buffer overflow kind of thing, so which may not which is a dangerous. So if it is not properly coded or not developed properly, then you will be that plugin, especially I'm talking about the plugin, if not properly done, then you will be facing some kind of issues. I'll just show you that. Okay, so these cookies are very, very important, but nowadays the cookies are very, very intelligent. So the cookies are designed, it is a small software to work as a temporary memory. If the cookies it is a temporary, cookie is nothing but in a simple language, it is a temporary memory. It is a temporary memory. For example, you wanted to log in to an email. There you have typed the username. Then you will come to the next field and you typing the password. If the cookie is not there, like whatever you type, your username, it will delete. Okay, if the cookies are not there, cookies are temporary memory. cookies are designed to store temporary information and temporary memory. Okay, so that cookie will stay for a particular period of time. For example, you have opened the browser, you have opened the Gmail example, and you wanted to type the username and password. You have typed the username and you have typed the password, and you are logged in. Since the cookie is there, it will store your username and password temporarily for a particular period of time. Okay, so that is why these cookies are created, and cookies are very useful, to store temporary memory kind of thing. But nowadays that cookies are very intelligent. Unless and until you are be aware, there are chances that these cookies also will transfer lot of data from your system to other people. Let me give you an example. Today you have searched on internet, right? So you wanted to purchase a mobile. Okay, let me tell you, sir. You wanted to purchase a mobile. So once you purchase, today you are searching for something, that mobile you wanted to purchase it. So you are searching that. So somehow you found that phone is good and the price is reasonable for you, and you have purchased the mobile phone, and you have completed the transaction, and you are closed the browser also. So the cookie also should erase entire data, like whatever you have done from morning, for that particular half an hour or kind of thing. The cookie should erase the complete data. The cookie is supposed to erase the complete data. Since you are opened the browser, done some transaction, and you close the browser. So that means that transaction is over, that particular activity is over. That should erase complete data. But nowadays cookies are not doing that. Today you have purchased the mobile, but tomorrow you have opened some other website, and it will ask you, the mobile prices are fall down or increased kind of thing. Did you observe any such kind of notifications or messages which comes on your thing? I'm just giving an example for mobile. The same thing will be applicable for other things also, right? Normally you will be observing such kind of messages. So what these cookies are doing, the cookies are storing beyond the session duration also. Okay, the session duration is only half an hour, but it will storing other thing also. But otherwise, why someone will give you at free of cost? If someone is giving a 15 GB of data, right, without charging you a single MP also, what is the advantage they will get? Can you get 1 GB pen drive at free of cost? No, right? If someone is offering at 15 GB of data at free of cost, why someone will give you, right? So because they have some kind of motive or intentions to do business, right? So that's the simplest thing. And the same thing, the cookies are very important. At the same time, we have to manage these cookies also. We have to remove that cookies once in a while, so that it will remove entire data. That is what it says. Your system to store data for a specific or a website kind of thing. Cookie can contain any information that website designed to place it, right? Cookies may contain information about the sites you visited, like what are the websites you have visited. All that information will store, right? Designed to be read only the website, and created for a cookie, right? Session cookies are cleared when the browser is closed. That's what I told you, right? Once you close that browser, it's supposed to erase, but it is not happening. But nowadays persistent cookies will remain in the computer. So there are some common files for every thing to open that system and all. So that kind of minimal information which is always there, which is also good to secure, to minimize your to minimize your browsing time. For example, you every time whenever you are typing webmail at cdeck.in, definitely there are some files which has to be downloaded and should be there in my browser level to do it. But if you remove those files every time, so it always takes some time, right? So to avoid that, like there is a concept called persistent cookies, which is not dangerous, which is basic files should be there to start that service, right? That is always be there. But storing the data is always dangerous. For example, you opened a website where you have given your username and password. You will be getting one pop-up. Can I store your username and password for next, for next, for using the next time? Will you store that username and password in the browser or not? Can you please respond? No. Okay. All right. Good. 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 Okay. No one is storing. That is a good thing. Okay. You should not store your username and password on any of your systems or any of the browsers. Very good. Thank you, Sama. Okay, which is useful or added to the browser. They can modify the user interface and add some extra functionality to the browser. Extensions are give some more extra functionality so that it can be done properly. See, for example, you are accessing some bank website. There they will be giving some pop-ups. But normally pop-ups are blocked. Okay, but if unless and until you allow the pop-ups for that particular thing, you can't see like what is that they wanted to say that messages. Okay, for some genuine messages you can use some kind of extensions to function in a more and in a sophisticated manner. Always also poses security and privacy risk. Sometimes these things, if it is not updated properly, if it is not updated on regular intervals, it may become a vulnerable, and it may also pose some kind of risk. Problems with the permissions. As I told you, some permissions you have to give and you have to remove it. Okay, so this is your protocol ensure secure which is just an extension. We can HTTPS is everywhere is an extension, right? Okay, this is an extension. This is an example for HTTPS everywhere. So this is an extension software which will, you can just go to the browser, you can just download that HTTPS everywhere and add an extension. It will be added to your browser. So what it will do, whenever you are browsing something, so it will check this extension is a good extension only. HTTPS everywhere is an extension which is a genuine extension where you can download and you can also check in these things. Okay. While you are opening any website, it will check whether that website it will ensure the connectivity from your system to that system. It will securely it will connect. Okay, so for example, connecting secure connection is nothing but you have typed the Google, right? So you have to connect the Google, right? While the system you will be typing, and it will be connected to the internet. From there it will go to the Google and it will connect. So like you are typing here and you are connecting somewhere else. So in the meantime, the connection, it will establish a connection. To establish this connection properly, so this will help you, like it will establish in a secure connection by using this HTTPS everywhere is an extension. So that is an extension which will ensure you to give a proper connectivity only. We were talking about only connectivity. While you are doing any transaction, this is this won't take any responsibility, right? Example, you have typed a website, there immediately it says like it is always an HTTPS. Once you type the card number in a financial transaction, I'm just giving an example. Sometimes you will go sometimes the link says like it will be linked to a third party software or third party web link kind of thing. You will be getting some kind of responses. That time you have to check whether that third party link is also on HTTPS or not. If it is if it is not HTTPS, there are chances that whatever you are typing on the particular form, other people also can see the data. Okay, but it is a proper good extension to establish some secure connection kind of thing. So this is another add-on. So clear browsing data kind of thing, you will be doing that lot of browsing, and if you are not doing that, browser is not done, so then it may create some kind of issues to your browser also. So NetCraft is another extension which will easily look up for the information related to the sites users visit provide protection from phishing and malicious JavaScript kind of thing. Okay, someone is asking me, how do you know, how do we know whether I am going to a proper website or not? If you have this Netcraft extension, you can download this Netcraft extension and you can use it. It will tell you whether the website is genuine or not. Okay, when the website was created, where it is hosted, which country it is hosted, and it will give you all basic information. And if that basic information, if you found like it is useful, it is genuine, then you can access. And just show an example also that thing. Okay, so you can just type it and you can just do that, and it will be added on the right side of the thing. And it will, for example, you can just see cdag.coda.cc whether the site is genuine or not. Okay, this will help you to find out these things are proper or not. So let me take you to the browser. Let me take you to the browser so that you will come to know whether the how to check these kind of things are proper or not. Okay, I'm just taking to my Edge software here, and I think you all can see this browser, right? You all can see, and here you have a 3 dots. There you can just see, there you can have uh, okay, here you have extensions, right? Just click on that extensions, which will, as I told you, like this is a thing, manage extensions. And and this Cisco WebEx extension I just downloaded, and that is how I can able to access my WebEx, right? This will just go to the settings. Okay, you can just go to the settings, just click on that settings. Here you have a lot many options, right? In the settings in the browser, you can just privacy, search and all these options, and a default browser. And you also can just see, okay, uh, you can just do all these things here, right? And here, let me take you to the browsing history. Okay, history. Okay, clear browsing data, right? Choose what do you want to clear. So these kind of things you have to do it on regular intervals. So for example, clear browsing history, like 3 items including whatever it is there, browsing history, cookies and other data, cached images. If you click on, you can just clear this last hour, last 24 hours. You'll be lot of you can just see last 1 hour, the data is very minimal. See last 24 hours, now it is the browsing history is went to 63. So last 7 days, the browsing history is went to 572 items. So this much of data is stored in the browser. If you click on clear, it will remove all the things. You can just see free up less than 228 MB. So this much of data is stored in the browser, right? It is storing all your browser information. Last 4 weeks, it is gone to 700, right? So this much of data is stored. If you click on clear now, it will remove everything, including if you have stored a password kind of thing, it will remove everything, right? So these things you have to do it every time, so that you can secure your system, right? Clear browsing. And let me show you the cookies also. Okay, see these things you can by default it will be block all those things. Defender Smart, it will block these suspicious links kind of thing, right? Only thing is like you have to update these systems, system softwares and all that things, and enable all on, so that it will protect your system. Cookies and site permissions, so these are the things. See, for example, location is blocked, as I told you. So this is done. So this is a website. Pop-ups and redirections are allowed. So normally I can do these things. So for example, just I blocked it. Motion to the sensor kind of thing, and some pop-ups and redirections allowed. So by default, I should block it. Okay. If I allow, then it will allow these pop-ups only for that particular website. Okay, otherwise it will be blocked. By default it is blocked. Since I allowed them, it is allowing me. Otherwise it won't, it won't allow any of these things, right? So these are the things which you have to take care. So extensions, these you will be getting some of the extension buttons. I think you will be getting. Okay, so there are some options also. For example, as I told you, so Netcraft extension. I'll just show you the Netcraft because we are running out of time, no? Okay, so it is not found. So you can just go to the Google and Netcraft extension. Okay, Netcraft extension for this is Edge. Okay, you can just see that Netcraft extension for the Edge, Netcraft extension for Microsoft Edge add-ons. Okay, so Microsoft itself is giving, Microsoft Edge itself is giving that Netcraft extension, right? You can just see, okay, that guy itself is giving. So I'm just downloading this for your, to showcase it to you. Okay, I'm just adding that extension so that you will feel that, what it will do exactly. Okay, so this will give you this kind of thing once you install here. Okay, earlier that was not there. Now that extension will be, added here. You can just see here. Okay, okay. See here, you will be having that Netcraft extension now. Okay, see for example, okay, so this is the Netcraft extension. You can just see. See for example, let me show you one website, cdac.in. Okay, I have typed it. Okay, this is the our CDAC website. You can just see that extension. Okay, so Netcraft extension, which will give you a site report, site rating, when it was done. So this is a genuine URL. So if it is a found like tick mark, it is a genuine URL. If it is not found a tick mark, if it is a red mark kind of thing, which will, there you can easily identify which is there is a problem in this website. Okay, if it is a comes with a cross mark, then you have to suspect which is not a proper thing, right? Okay, in the browser, whenever you are doing any of these things, yes sir, we will okay, let me break, let me show you last option, and we will go you. Okay, we will close this session. And new in private window, which is a private window, you can do a private browsing. So whenever you are doing any financial transactions kind of thing, you can always opt for this private browsing, so that you can do a transaction which no one can see, but the data will be stored in somewhere in a private window. In other thing, if it is a Mozilla, if it is a Chrome browser, it is a incognito mode. If it is a Mozilla, it will show you a private window, in private window kind of thing, right? So these things also will help you to do a secure browsing kind of thing, right? So these are the some of the things which are useful for your browsing, for your browser. This is how you can secure your browser kind of thing, right? So you can just see a privacy, browser privacy. You can just keep it on standard so that you can just do a proper browsing. There is a private browser which protects your privacy called DuckDuckGo, and mostly people will use who wanted to do a privacy related browsing, where like other at least your browsing history won't be stored in this particular system. Okay, any privacy and any of these things, these data, it won't be stored only on your system, but your browsing history will be stored in a ISP level, internet service provider level. It will be stored, but on your browser only this data won't be stored. But otherwise this data is available with XYZ. But never think that like if I use a private window and all such kind of things, the data won't be stored kind of thing. No, the data will be stored in some ISP servers and some other servers where everyone can see like what kind of transactions you are doing. But if you want to restrict kind of thing at your system level, you can do that. Okay. This is with respect to the desktop security and browser security. I hope you understood like what I was trying to discuss with all of you, right? Hope it is useful to all of you. And let me take if there are any one or two questions. Otherwise, we will. Okay, how to block the URLs and IPs in Google settings? You can block the URLs and you can just go to the Google settings, sir. In the browser you can just go to the settings, in there, like there you will be having options for blocking some of the URLs kind of thing. You cannot block the IPs also, you can block. Settings are available in the browser level. You can just do that. I think like tomorrow we will show it to you in that particular session, right?